Around about 15 years ago, we established the Mapping and Planning Support Volunteer Group, a group of professionals to come into the ESA to help augment our staff in the professional delivery of mapping and location technologies.
It dates back to the 2003 fires in Canberra, where at the time emergency services was very well equipped with technology for mapping and tracking fire and explaining what was happening to the general public, but they only had a relatively small staff to run that technology. And they found in 2003 they just physically ran out of people. Initially, MAPS focused on bushfire, but as we progressed and evolved, we also did a lot of work on flood emergencies and even more recently, the COVID emergency.
Mapping and location technologies underpin everything we do here in emergency services. Our community is very familiar with our RFS and SES volunteers who are at the front line, but in the back office here in our incident management teams, professional volunteers like those from the Mapping and Planning Support Group help us provide decision support tools to these frontline volunteers so that they can get on with their very important frontline work.
It was early February 2009, Victoria experienced our Black Saturday fires. And at the time, Victoria Police didn't really have a mature capability in relation to geospatial mapping. And of course, the devastation we saw on the ground, we could really benefit from a highly developed team that could come in and provide that geospatial support. They bring specialist skills and highly developed processes, their contacts and their networks to an area which particularly in 2009 wasn't well understood or actually wasn't well utilised within many government agencies.
Our MAPS volunteers very much don't look for recognition, but they've received a lot of it. Post-deployments to the 2009 Victorian fires, our MAPS volunteers won a significant GIS award at an international level which was received in San Diego.
I'd like to say a big thank you to our MAPS volunteers for the time that you make to make yourselves available to the agency, for the expertise that you bring to the organisation, the mentoring that you provide to all of the staff, right through from the MAPS staff themselves, the risk and planning team, but also to our incident controllers, really when they are at the height of responsibility during a major event. And also a big shout out to the families of our MAPS volunteers for allowing your loved ones to spend so much time with us, particularly in our high risk weather seasons.